The latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville just ended, and woo wee, it was a doozy. It was a doozy. Oh wow, I don't even know where to begin. Well, first of all, the last episode ended with the graduation party up for Latricia and Marquez, their kids, and Latricia is with Ken, and you can tell Marquez is still feeling some sort of way about this whole situation. He says that Ken and Latricia was conversing while they were still married. So he has some ill feelings towards Ken, which is understandable because why are you texting my wife and we're still married? Like, why are you still flirting? And I think her response was like she was kind of like halfway out anyway. Like they weren't together, like they were still married, but they weren't like together. Because it did take them a long time to get this divorce. It's been, I think she said 4 years. So, anyways, so then there's that. And how Ken was talking, I didn't like the fact that he was like, thank you for coming to support our kids. And it was him and Latricia up there. Like, I understand that you feel that the father or the ex-husband, well, still the husband, because he ain't signed the papers yet, is not doing his part. That's still his kids. Like, and he's there. So if you're going to invite him, it's just like at least be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so Ken asked to speak to Marquez at the end of the party, and they're talking, and here go Latricia. And Ken couldn't even control Latricia. Like, if you see two men talking, why are you getting involved? Let these two men talk. Yeah. Let me share my screen because I ain't like that at all.
One minute. What state of mind are you in now?
Oh, I'm sober.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Because now you're putting a bunch of bullshit. You already admitted. You already said.
Tell me how I wasn't there.
I don't want to go there.
How? What?
I just want this.
But these are the things Ken.
I mean, he talking about.
Let her be quiet.
He talking like, oh,
because she's not my girl no more.
He said, yeah.
Baby, just
baby. With that being said, since he said that, so like, no, I'm fine.
It sounds like you got a little too much liquor.
Previously on Love.
It's like, why, Latricia? Why? Why? These two men are finally trying to have a conversation, and here you go, talking loud, being upset, and it do seem like you're still triggered over Marquez or Marquez. And Ken is trying to tell you to stop and go back to your seat, and you're not even listening to your own man. Like sometimes we as women gotta be quiet and go sit down sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if they in it with somebody and we feel like it's getting too heated and we want them to respect us and we want to be like, babe, let's just go or whatever. We don't want them over talking us. We as women, we want to be with men that know how to center us and know how to, get us back to where we need to be when we doing a little bit too much. And she ain't even respecting her own man. She not even respecting him. He's like, babe, go back to your seat. Like, we're talking, blah, blah, blah. She was like, no, I just want, no, just go. Go and let these two men talk. I don't know. And I get that Marquez, he's very emotional. I think because it's like everything that has happened. And I think he's still dealing with it. Like, he's not over the fact that it ended how it ended or that it even ended. You can tell because he be bopping around the party talking to people that he ain't never talked to before, saying that he needs some help. But at the same time, don't we want men to do that? We ask for men to be vulnerable, right? This is what we want. So it's just like we can't shun them in the other hand and be like, oh well, he shouldn't have did that. It was kind of weird in the sense that he didn't know them. Like if you go into your group of men that you've known, like your people, and you're trying to get sound advice, I get it. But like these men don't got a dog in the fight. And you like, you're feeling triggered and you need some support. Even Fletcher was like, it felt kind of weird because he's never met them before. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad that they did rally behind him anyway because he did need support in that space. He did, because you can tell he was reeling. He was about to crash out. And drinking did not help at all. It did not help at all. But Latricia, she has to calm down. It's just like you are very triggered still. And why? You keep saying you're glad that you signed divorce papers. You couldn't wait until that day. But why are you still going back and forth with this man like it's a thing? Like, why is he still triggering you? I think she needs to take a step back and think about why Marquez is still triggering her as he is. Like, I don't know. It's something there. It's something there. Okay. Let's get into the next piece.
Did y'all go to another club?
No.
Well, I didn't like the fact that she was trying to insinuate something more was to it.
Because
she was like, he had red lipstick on his shirt.
They say he had red lipstick on his lips.
I don't believe that. I believe that's some extra stuff.
Did you see the mugshot?
Ain't no red lipstick out here. People be lying.
You see the red?
No.
You don't see the red, then you're colorblind.
I don't see it.
She talked to me first.
She didn't mention the lipstick at all.
No.
Maybe she was afraid to bring it up to you.
Why? You're my friend.
Maybe she didn't want the Baltimore Kimmi to come out.
But that's my thing. I will receive it better if you're my friend trying to give me honest.
Yeah, like you're concerned
feedback
versus being messy.
Correct.
Yeah, I get you.
That's my point. If you
Now, Miss Kimmi is absolutely right. Why did Melody do that? We all seen the mugshot, and it did not look like he had lipstick on his lips. It looked like he had his lips around a beer bottle a few times because he's very, very light skinned, and his lips look like pink, like he was sucking them on back, which is why he was drunk and got pulled over. But I feel like Melody was being messy, and maybe she's trying to get payback for what they did to her last season or the prior seasons with her and Martell. I don't know, but I feel like that was a little messy because we're going to get into why it's really messy. Because when Kimmi wanted to have a conversation with her, she didn't want to have a conversation, saying, I don't want to talk about this. But you talked about it with everybody else. Let's get into it.
Here, like I was like, okay, you Kimmi, okay.
I don't often get to do the inviting. So
You usually invited.
yes, I'm usually invited to come get the food.
Yeah.
But this is like on Everything I Love. I wanted us to link up without everybody else because I wanted to have a conversation in regards to some of the stuff that we've been talking about over the last few weeks. All of it, for the most part, is centered around Maurice and his arrest. My biggest issue in this, to be honest, was that I literally just had lunch the other day with Trisha and Tisha.
Okay.
And both of them shared information with me that you shared with them in regards to your sentiments about some of the arrests and some of the timing of it. And Trisha was like, she was drilling me like on questions and timing and da-da-da-da. And Maurice had lipstick on. Tisha said you said same thing to her, and you showed her, y'all looked at a picture to see like, where's this lipstick? Where's the lipstick?
It's been all over the internet. Like we've all seen it. And I asked the question.
I think the whole lipstick part was a bit out of pocket. The arrest itself is public information. It's whatever, it is what it is. However, that part, I didn't think that was friendly. And you actually talked to me face to face, and you never mentioned those things to me as far as being a concern about. I'm assuming the implication is where he was or where he could have been. And quite frankly, why would you even say that? Like, why would you think that?
To be honest, you know how the way you just said, you know, you don't care for it. I don't really care to have that conversation with you, to be honest. I don't recall you asking me, can we wait till the facts come out? But I do recall you feeling like I'm not talking about it, you know, like, not talking about it. And I backed off, right? I'm like, okay.
And I didn't say why. I
don't remember exactly. I'm sure you probably, because it's an open case, I guess. So I'm assuming that's probably why, which makes sense. I don't disagree with you feeling that way, which is why I backed off.
So you're saying that you're not going to have a conversation with me about what I'm asking you in regards to what you've said to Trisha and Tisha, because I said I didn't.
Because they've already told you. Yeah, I mean, they've already told you what I said. So it's one of those things where it's not really necessary for me to repeat what you already know I said, since they've already told you.
But I'm asking you a direct question in regards to what you said about my husband. And I think it deserves an answer.
But you already have my opinion because they already shared it with you. So, you know, I don't feel like it's a conversation necessarily for you and I to have, because it was not about you directly.
The implication in conversations that you're making, going around talking to people in regards to the lipstick and his whereabouts, are what I'm trying to address now, because it's in regards to my husband and it's coming from you. I think that's not cool. It far exceeds the fact that you rendered your opinion on an arrest. My issue is this. And to be fair, your kind of cavalier attitude about it, like I'm not going to talk about it, really doesn't help me feel like that it was unintentional. I don't know. Do you have some kind of information, some kind of proof, some kind of something that would lead you to believe that? What would make you say that?
I feel like you asked me, like, how dare I ask questions about something? I'm gonna ask questions.
Melody is a wordsmith. That's what I call Melody. And so I believe she uses her conversation wisely to get to the place that she wants to be. And right now, not talking about what she said when she said it is weird to me, because you can talk about it with Tisha and you can talk about it with Trisha, you can talk about it with Maurice. But when I bring to you how I feel about those conversations, now we're not going to talk about it. Yes, absolutely deflection. Do you feel like in your other friend groups that Maurice is out there cheating too?
Right. Yeah, that's not for me to answer. You can go ask Maurice that, not me.
Stop with the dumb. I'm saying if you think it, say it. We don't have to pussyfoot around with it and play with it and, you know, go to person. Say it. Talking about it as much as Melody has talked about it is indicative of giving. It's classic textbook giving. Usually when people make implications, they feel like they have some backing. So I'm asking a straightforward question.
Am I the only person who's implied?
It doesn't matter. I'm not talking to the only person.
Am I the only person who's implied?
Did you ask them that? Melody.
So can I ask you
I'm not talking to all those other people.
I know, and I'm saying I'm not going to answer or respond to that, but I would, if you haven't, challenge you to ask the people who have also made those implications. Ask them.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I said I'm not answering that. What I will say is, as women, we all have intuition, baby girl. We all got it. So the fact that you're asking me that versus saying to me, I know he didn't have lipstick on his lips, I know he wasn't out cheating on me, that speaks volumes.
I typically ride with Melody. I typically ride with Kimmi. Those are like my top. Well, I really like all of the girls, to be honest with you. I really like all of them. But those two I kind of like really like. Melody is wrong in this sense. What is she saying? Intuition is not about an intuition. The only reason why Kimmi is asking you is because you was going around saying that there was lipstick on Maurice's lips. It's not about an intuition. She's not going around saying, I think Maurice is cheating or I have an inclination that Maurice is cheating. The only reason why this conversation is being had is because you, Melody, was going around saying and insinuating that he was somewhere that he wasn't supposed to be, doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing. That's the only reason why Kimmi is coming to you. So what are you talking about? Like, I think she's deflecting because she went through so much with Martell that this is what she's doing. Like, it doesn't make sense. And the fact that she's saying, "Well, I'm not going to have that conversation with you." Why not? You were talking behind my back to everybody else. Say it directly to me, your thoughts. And yeah, okay, they came back and told me what you said, but explain to me why you feel the way you feel. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And the fact that she's like, "Oh, I'm not going to have that conversation with you." Melody, you're wrong. In this instance, you are wrong. 100% you're wrong. Period. And I don't like that. I don't like that you're acting like that. It's uncalled for. You can have the conversation with everybody else. You saw Kimmi, and before you even had the conversation with Tisha and them, and you said nothing to Kimmi. That's weird. That's big weird. That's big weird energy. Yeah. Like if that was my friend, I don't know how we would continue in the same way. I just don't know. I don't know how their friendship continues after this, to be honest. I forgot one more instance with Latricia, sorry, not Tisha, and Marcel. Not this week. Yeah, let's get back into something that Latricia did. When she met back up with her still husband at this point, she still, I don't know. I just don't like the way she communicates. And maybe it's just because she's over him. I don't know, because I don't really see her communicating with Ken like that outside of her not listening to him. But yeah, let's get back into this real quick.
Playing like I kind of been hearing stuff and seeing things. And
are you serious? We have never mentioned you until you mentioned us, and then you know me, I'm gonna be an ass. Yeah. You say something about me, I'm gonna be a whole bitch.
Y'all look. Y'all gonna have to stop talking about me and acting like I'm not a father. Hold on, relax.
You crazy as hell. You gotta stop talking about us. We don't wake up with you
talking about us. No, neither do I.
Yes, dude. You know how many people that came and said, "Oh,
I don't care about what these people gotta say." Because
you gotta stop getting emotional and saying.
You triggering now. Understand now. Look, there's clarity. Now I get it. So you literally used to do this all the time.
I believe it.
Who cares about what used to happen? It's over with now. I don't care about what happened in the past.
But you should care because you not caring is affecting our children.
No.
Yeah, I don't care for how she communicates with him. And like I said, it's probably because she's over it. And I get it. I get it. She's frustrated with him. She said he used to ask her for money. I don't know. You know, we're on the outside looking in. But yeah, she got to get better with that communication. Even in the middle of arguments and stuff like that, you can't. I'm still going back to her, not even paying attention to Ken, and he trying to tell her to go sit down. Oh, Latricia. Well, that was episode 23, stirring the pot over drinks. Can't wait until next week where Maurice talks to Martell about the whole situation when Martell and Marceau got into it last week at that field day thing. So we shall see. Until then, thank you for listening to Realistically Random. Good night.